interactive whiteboard, the INTECH board, with a computer, a projector, and of course, our INTECH board. You will have a full and complete interactive system. Connect this INTECH board and the computer through a USB cable, or you can choose to use a wireless module. This computer will directly supply power to our INTECH board, so no external power supply will be required. Very energy saving, isn't it? And also, don't forget to connect the projector and the computer. Now let's come to the introduction of the very powerful and fabulous, as well as user-friendly functions of our INTECH board. As you can see here, in this introduction, we will separate all our functions into 3 categories. First, the basic functions. The second, supporting functions. And the third, supplementary functions. After my introduction and your personal experience with our INTECH board, I totally believe that you will find with our INTECH board, your classroom, your conference, and your presentation will become interactive, easy, and interesting. Now, let's come to the introduction of the basic functions of our INTECH board. The basic functions are touch, write, and save. When we say touch, that means our INTECH board is completely touchable. We can control the computer right on this board with our fingertips for any non-transparent objects. For example, we can browse the files on the computer. And also, we can search the internet, playing games. And more interesting about our INTECH board and our software is that we can put our hand on the board for a few seconds. And then, you can see, here is our INTECH software. It starts automatically. Now you can see the beautiful interface of our software. We have many shortcuts to different functions and some shape icons for you to recognize them very easily. And in the following, we'll tell you about the writing and saving. And we will talk about write and save together. We can not only write on our software, we can also write in any files on your desktop. So firstly, let's know what sort of pens we can write with. Our software will provide you with 5 sorts of pens: a solid pen, a soft pen, a strap pen, a fluorescent pen, and these very smart pens are intelligent pen. We can draw any kind of types on the board at your will, and he will recognize the types into some standard shapes, like a circle. And besides this pen that you can use to write with your fingertips or any other stuff, you can also use these pens on the pen tree as we are hanging here. We have 3 very commonly used colors for your option: the red pen, blue pen, and a black pen. And this yellow color pen is an eraser indeed. Put it back when you have finished using it. We can pick up another pen. For example, let's pick up the blue pen. When we pick it up, the board will know that the color will be blue. We can write anything with it. And put it back. And after writing, we can save them into loads. Maybe your students or your warriors can use them for review. We can save them into our writing format, which is supported by our software. And also, we can export them into various fonts that we are very familiar with. As you can see here in the drop-down menu, we can save them into JPG, GIF, PowerPoint, PDF, Word, or Excel. Any formats that you are familiar with, you can find them here. And besides writing on our INTECH software, we can also write in any files on our desktop, as I have told you before. So let's see how we do it. Click the shape icon here. This is the computer write icon. and choose a computer. Now, let's click the double green arrow here. It will lead us to shift between the interface of our desktop and our interface of the software. Click it. And now, let's open some files and see what we can do. For example, we can open this Word file. Here it is. And now, for example, you want to do some illustrations on these contents and you want your students to pay attention to some certain part. You can do anything on it. Let's choose write for rewriting. So now we can write anything. We can mark the focus parts and we can also write notes. Anything we do at these files can be saved into it. Use this function, Office Embed. And now you can see these corners are changed into some lighter ones. This means that they have been embedded successfully. Exit the function. And close the board. Choose yes to save them. And let's do the check. Here you can see, I have a smart here, and I have marked the things here, and I have embedded them successfully into this Word. And more interesting is that we can not only export them into these formats of something like paperwork, we can also record them into a movie. Let's make a new page and do something. Click this icon, then it will start the recording of our screen. Besides the basic functions, touch, write, and save, our INTECH software also provides you with many supporting functions. Let's see some of them. Maybe you can still remember the times your teacher or the presenter spends lots of time trying to draw a figure on the blackboard or on the whiteboard. It's time-consuming, isn't it? But with INTECH, it's easy to solve. We have a lot of icons here, and you can see these are illustrated different geometry graphics. Click the icon indeed, drag it on the screen. You can change its size, enlarge its content, and its properties can be changed in the attribute. Both the night color and night style with transparency, and also you can fill in color into it. Now you can see it is changed. And also, we have prepared a lot of picture galleries. Click the picture gallery icon. And here you can see we categorize all the pictures into different subjects as they are related to. Let's take some example. This is subject to as geography. Double click the picture you choose. It will show automatically on the screen. And also you can change the size, move it, and rotate it as well. And the teachers might need to illustrate on the pictures. Now they want to input some standard text. It's okay, we can do that. Change the text icon. Click here. And you can see here is a dialog box. If you write something in this box, your handwriting will be recognized into some standard text automatically. This is one of the many ways to input text into our software. And also, you can choose to input from the software keyboard. Click the keyboard button. And you can type anything here. And choose OK. Here you can see this is what we have written, and we can just move it to the locations that we need it to be. And also, we can mark something on it so that the students will pay attention to it. And sometimes we may have put a lot of pictures on the whiteboard, and we may need them to be shown one by one. And when we have a lot of pictures piled together, for example, like this. Now we want the pictures as a button to show on the level. We can use the functions to change the picture layers. And also when there are a lot of them piled together, you can use this to the level up and to the button directly. So besides all these functions, and sometimes we may need to highlight some content so that the audience can pay their full attention to it. There are a few functions that can help you to recognize this. We have a spotlight function, and its sizes can be changed. You can move it around the screen, and also here is a right corner. It's a menu box. You can change its types, its shapes, and its transparency, and also the background color here. Exit it when it is finished. Another similar function is the screen highlight function. Let's try how it works. It will cover the whole screen here on this. You can draw any types of circles or triangular here, and allows the audience to pay attention to the part that you want them to. And also, you can just draw a lot of circles and all sorts of shapes as you want with this continuous customized function. You can just circle out them, and you can move the contents. Besides all these functions, sometimes we may need to do some games with our audience. For example, we may write some questions on one side of the screen and answers on the other side. So, this is the screen cover. You can see there are 4 arrows here. You move it to reveal this screen, and you can drag it to this place, and so you cover and all sorts of things. Sometimes it is like a game that you play with your audience to increase the interactivity. You just need to guide them through this discovery tree. Exit as label. And besides all the functions, we can also input some videos into this. And as you can see, here is a video icon. Let's play it. Double click it so it will play in full screen. Click the button to stop it. And also, we can just record the movie by ourselves on this whiteboard. This is a screen recorder. Click this button, so it will start recording here. Let's do something. We can write anything. another way to save the notes and something you wanted the students or wanted to pay attention to, and I want them to review later. You can choose to save them. For example, let's save it on the desktop. And we can just click here to see what we have done. There it is. Just the same as the screen we have seen just now, and the things we have done. Close it when it's finished. Meanwhile, sometimes your students may be distracted and you want their attention back. We can use the break page. You may say, "Thank you, please pay attention to us." The text can change. Like, "Be quiet," or anything that you want it to be. So far, I have illustrated a lot of supporting functions of our INTECH software, and there are a lot of more that you can just use to come back with all your files and your own contents and using imagination to see what you can do with them. And I believe that the power is very extraordinary, and you can just discover more than I did. Now, let's come to the next stage about our function introduction, the supplementary function. So, we may want to illustrate them now, but you see, this board is a little bit crowded. What can we do now? Maybe with a normal whiteboard, you have to do all the erase jobs with a cloth or anything. But on our interactive whiteboard, it is simple and easy. Using 2 fingers, you can just move them to other places, and here you have a very clear page. And in other ways, you can also just create as many new pages as you want. Or, like this, we can just delete this page. Put them back, and you don't want to reserve these contents. It's easy. Just click here to delete all the pages, so you see it is pretty clear now. And we have very closely to study the interactivity and participation in the classroom and in a conference. And many of the teachers and the meeting holders have told us they find it difficult to encourage the students to take full participation in the answering and asking and give their opinions to the whole class. And we have the answer to solve these problems. Very simple. We have a random selection tool. With a random selection, it is working like a dice, so you can fairly to ask anyone to answer the questions because it diced out as their number. This is how we do it. Choose the option. And it's here you can have a max number of the students. For example, you have 100 of them here, just as we have inputted. And you want to extract some of them to answer the questions. And the total number is maybe 6 of them. Click here, OK. And here. Now, you have 6 numbers here. And the students as numbers, the foreign numbers, should come up the stage or just stand up and answer questions. When they are familiar with this function, they will know, oh my God, I might be asked to answer the questions, so they may get more prepared for your class. I think it is a very smart tool, isn't it? And also, we have a magnifier. Anywhere you place your hand, it will be magnified. And you can use the menu to change its different do with counting here. Meanwhile, we also have a very interesting clock. Use this clock, you can use it as a reminder of time, and also we can use to do the counting and also count down. For example, we want some students to do some assignment here, and you want them to know they have 5 minutes to finish this work. You use this menu. So we change it into 5 minutes. Okay. And to start, it will start counting down. And when the time is finished, the students should check if they have finished their assignment within the time given. And then you can also use it in other applications and settings. Basically, we have introduced most of our functions, both the basic, supporting, and supplementary functions. And as I have told you, there are more things that you can do just with a little bit of creativity. And you can see we have so many shortcuts, and you can just arrange them in the way that you want. And teachers can prepare for classes more easily with their habits and the way they are used to give lessons. I think with our interboard, the classroom or your conference or your meeting can just become very interesting and easy, as we have agreed on, I think. So that's all for this introduction, and more we will offer to